going through those tombs and those caves in Jerusalem, besides the fact that they're delicate and some may be dangerous, were there any areas that were difficult to get permission for because of any kind of religious implications?
No. I mean, the mayor of Jerusalem was completely backing the project, and what's interesting is that anybody who has objected or started to make noise about objecting to our show hasn't read the scripts, because it's not about the current Israeli-Palestinian conflict at all. It's about much more ancient and much more deep and possibly dangerous conflicts, if that's possible. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a problem to get access. What the experience we took away from it, or I know that it's true for the other actors, whether or not they have any kind of religion, I think I'd probably safely say that nobody in the cast is religious in any way. But I know I'm not. Is whatever you do or don't believe in, we're in places where the stones are just humming with history and passion and obsession. I mean, we're in the cave from which they cut the stone. You can see the cut marks on the wall to build the temple, to build the first, second, and third temples, and so every civilization there's ever been, or certainly for thousands of years, has conquered this place or wanted to conquer this place and slaughtered untold millions of people to get to this place and keep hold of it. And you're so aware of it in the streets there. You're so aware that this is the street that Christ walked up, whether he was the Son of God or just some local troublemaker. That's the street he walked up, and that's where his bones are buried. And that the entire world, they say that the ley lines cross in this place. And more than any political or geographical conflict, you're just aware that the world's passions are focused in this one place, and it's like you can bottle it. It's in the air. It's really extraordinary.
What was security like while you were shooting this project? Because Jerusalem does get its fair share of terroristic threats.
It does. No, it does. There's no question. Look, we're making a show about the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is this place where there's the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque up top, and there's the Wailing Wall at the bottom, and there's contested land underneath it, and the Intifadas broke out just because somebody went for a walkabout there. Ariel Sharon went for a walkabout. And even since we wrapped and moved to Croatia, there's been a lot of incidents there. This is the place where, if the world does go down in flames, the spark is coming from this tiny, tiny piece, 200 square meters. And for us, actually, we were welcomed. I mean, we'd be shooting places 3-4 o'clock in the morning in parts of Arab-Israeli villages or something, and everyone would come out and bring us cups of tea and biscuits, mint tea and stuff. People were incredibly friendly and welcoming, and we had numbers of Arab Israelis on the crew as well and in the cast. And so there really was no controversy about where we were shooting, what security was. Whether there was, we left the country. There was always a planned hiatus after we shot the pilot, and this terrible conflict broke out in Gaza. And whether it would be the same going back or not, I don't know. We didn't go back. We then ended up shooting in Croatia and Albuquerque, partly because of that, and partly because you needed to be able to control the streets. We needed to shoot places where we could really take over the whole location. You can't do that in the old market and stuff in Jerusalem. But it might be a different place now. And when we were there, everyone was very welcoming.
So never at any point did you feel like, something's not right with this situation here, or today feels a little weird that we're not going to shoot here?
The whole city feels weird and tense a lot of the time. That's why we're making the show about it. There's a reason to set the show in the most controversial piece of real estate in the history of the world. And if you're not tuned into that and you don't have a sense that happens, then you're pretty dumb when you're there.